Hi, Shanny Fannies. I'm not going to do my whole bubbly, cute intro. It feels disrespectful today, but I want to make this video obviously about the George Floyd situation, and I'm going to react to the full video of police murdering him. So if you don't want to see that, once I hold up my phone, just fast forward until I take my phone back down, and then I'll be done watching it. However, I would encourage you to watch it. I think we all should watch it and remind ourselves as many times as we have to what's going on. And I have so many thoughts to say about everything, but first we're gonna watch the video together, and then we'll talk about it. And this is a direct upload, so I'm not gonna edit it. I apologize, but that's okay. Who cares? Okay. And by the way, Minneapolis, the mayor of Minneapolis is calling for charges against the white police officer who knelt on the neck of 46-year-old George Floyd, a man who died Monday after being restrained. And this is the video. This is hard to watch, be warned. Okay. He's screaming, I can't breathe. Please. You can't breathe. He's saying I'm about to die.
What do you want? I can't breathe. Please, leave my dick. I can't breathe still. Bro, get up, get in the car, man. I will. Get up, get in the car.
You will.
I've been waiting the whole time. Get up, get in the car. Mama. Get up,
Mama.
get in the car right. I can't. You gave y'all the opportunity to get in, bro. You can't win. My knee. You can't win, man. I'm through. I know you were there, you didn't listen. That's for me. My stomach hurts. My neck hurts. Everything hurts. Some water or something. Please. Please.
Please.
I can't breathe all the time. They kill me, man. Bro, with your feet on his neck, man, you get off the bottom.
His nose is bleeding, like, come on now.
That's wrong right there with his feet on his neck.
Look at his nose.
You see your knee on his neck. Yeah, you got your feet right on his neck. I cannot breathe. I cannot breathe. This is a grown guy. Tough guy. Tough guy, huh? He's a tough guy. He's not even resisting the rest, bro.
His whole nose is
His nose is bleeding.
Why you just sit there? He ain't doing nothing now. Put him in the car.
How long y'all gotta hold him down?
Why would you do drugs, kids? It ain't about drugs, bro.
No, you don't do
Y'all don't
drugs.
gotta put y'all right.
He is human, bro.
His nose is bleeding.
Put him in the car. That's some bum ass shit. For 10 minutes. That's some bum ass shit, bro. That's some bum ass shit, bro. Y'all know that. You don't gotta sit there with your knee on his neck.
You're murdering him. Get off.
Bro, he ain't crying, bro.
Do something.
You circulate, like in a jiu-jitsu move, bro. You trapped him in his breathing right there, bro. Like, you don't think that what it is, bro? You don't think nobody understands that shit right there, bro? I trained at the academy, bro. That's some bullshit, bro. Right, that's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit, bro. You fucking stopping his breathing right there,
He's about to die.
Okay, he's talking. Bro, but you can get him off the ground. You've been a bum right now. You can get him off the ground, bro. You can get him off the ground. You've been a bum right now. He enjoying that. He enjoying that shit. He enjoying that shit. He a fucking bum, bro. He enjoying that shit right now, bro. You could have fucking put him in the car by now, bro. He's not resisting arrest or nothing.
Time to talk now.
You enjoying it. Look at you. Your body language explains it, you fucking bum.
Bro, get the fuck off of him.
It's the whites. They love
What?
him as
Yeah,
a
I
white.
already know that, bro. I trained with athletes, bum ass right
This
now,
is-
His
bro.
nose is bleeding.
You fucking stopping his breathing right now, bro. You think that's cool? You think that's
That's
cool,
really
though,
not.
right? What's your oh man, what's your badge number, bro? You think that's cool right now, bro?
You'll call the police on another police.
Just standing there
That's
like,
cool though, bro. You're a bum, bro. You're a bum for that. You're a bum for that, bro. You get mad. You just sitting there stopping
dead.
his breathing right
Look
now.
at him.
Fucking go
He's
out
dead.
right now, bro.
Look at
Bro.
him.
he's
Get
careful,
off
he's
him
dead.
now.
What is wrong with y'all?
What the fuck? He got mace. He got mace. He can have 991. Get over here. No, first of all.
This is infuriating.
Look at him.
He's not even fighting. Why are you still pinning him down? He's not even moving now.
Bro, are you serious?
Let me see a pulse.
Is he breathing right now? Check his pulse. Check his pulse. Check his pulse, Kyle. Kyle, check his pulse. Kyle, check his pulse, bro. Bro, check his pulse, bro. You bogus, bro. You bogus. Don't do drugs, bro.
He's dead.
What is that? What do you think
Don't do
that is?
drugs.
So you call what he doing okay? Get back. You call what he doing okay? You call what you doing? You call what he doing okay, bro? You're firefighter.
Yes, I am from Minneapolis.
Bro, you call. You think that's okay? Check his pulse.
Check his right
Kyle,
pulse
check his
now.
pulse. Check. The man ain't moved yet, bro. The man ain't moved yet, bro. Where?
Minneapolis.
Bro, you're a bum, bro. You're a bum, bro. You're
Check his
definitely a
pulse right
bum,
now.
bro.
Tell me what it is. Tell me what his pulse is right now.
Check
Swear
his
to God.
pulse. Bro, he has not moved not one time, bro.
He's off crack or no?
But yeah, bro, go back in the store, bro. You don't understand.
No,
bro.
I'm the reason.
Okay, that's cool. Go back in the store, bro. Go back in the store, bro. He's not fucking moving.
I see that.
Bro,
I'm trying to help y'all out.
Bro, you don't need to help me out, bro. I know your parents. I know everybody that owns the store. You don't need to help me the fuck
Do
out,
something,
bro. He's
dude.
not fucking moving
Come
right
on.
now, bro.
I just saw that, man.
Bro, he was just moving when I walked up here.
And I know then that they did that.
You
to him.
just
They did
got
that
out.
to
You
him.
just got back out here.
I've been watching it the
bro,
whole time.
You just got back out here, bro. Bro, he doesn't have it, bro. He's not fucking moving.
No, did they fucking kill him, bro?
Bro,
They
bro,
didn't kill him.
what is you, 1087, bro? You're a
Oh
bum,
my
bro.
God.
987, bro, you're a bum. First thing you want to grab is your mace because you scared, bro. Scared of fucking minorities, you fucking bum, bro. Like, bro, 3 minutes, bro. He's not fucking moving.
Move for 4 minutes. Get off of him.
Bro, he's not even fucking moving. Get off of his fucking
Good for
neck,
these
bro.
people for trying to stand up for
Get off of
him
his neck.
and for standing up against these dumbass officers.
Bro, are you serious? And you gonna keep your thing on your neck? Yeah, I bet you. Bro, I bet you touch me like that, dude. I swear I'll slap the fuck out of both of y'all.
I didn't want to call the ambulance.
Bro, you just gonna let him keep his hand on his neck, bro? You're a bitch, bro. Tao, you gonna let him keep that like that? You gonna let him kill that man in front of you, bro? Huh?
Like what?
Bro, he's not even fucking moving right now, bro. He's not even fucking moving. Bro, what it is gonna deal with this, bro? You're not gonna help us, bro?
Right. He black. They don't care.
97 years
If it
old,
ain't fake
bro.
people, they don't care, bro.
You gonna just sit there with your knee on his neck, bro? You a real man for that, bro. He ain't
Look at
handcuffed,
him.
bro.
Just
You a real man.
The fact that you guys aren't checking his pulse and doing compressions if he needs that, you guys are on
Oh
another
my
level.
God, bro.
Okay.
They just dragging him like, come
Yeah,
on now.
and I have your name tag, bitch.
That's not very professional.
It don't matter. So what?
It's not professional.
Freedom of speech, bro. Don't touch him. I got this all on camera. Watch out.
Don't touch me.
You touched him. You went to him. So shut up. You went to him. Y'all always trying to start something.
Good for them for standing up to those dumbasses.
Hey, don't get shredded.
They just killed him.
You should go to jail.
What's that badge number? Oh, okay.
He could have done something.
Yeah, that bitch.
Both of them should be put on death row. I'm not kidding.
Y'all just really just killed that man.
They just murdered him.
And if he not dead, he close to death. That's crazy. This the number of the police car. All of that.
Hey, bro, you bogus. You know that, bro. You know you bogus. That's why you can't look like you. That's why you can't speak right. You guys want some of the car? You guys want something extra like that? Bogus, bro. You're such a man. You want to have dreams at night, bro. You want to walk around and shoot yourself.
Cowards.
He, the one right there, needs to go to jail. Because he's at the, he's stopping his breathing.
Just stop breathing. What? Just stop the whole man breathing. Just killed him outside, bro.
I am a person who doesn't like violence.
By the way,
towards
thank
police,
you,
but I think I would have.
What's your name? Thank you, Martin Fernandez Vlogs, for this video. This is where I got the video from. I'm gonna link his full video below, and you can go watch that again if you want to. And I think maybe you should, and share it and spread it. And people are already doing that, and that's really good to see. I have a lot to say. Here's the thing: like, I have a small I don't have a huge platform, but I have a platform, and I'm white. I'm privileged, and I feel like I need to like say something and stand up for these people that are being treated like this. Like, it blows my mind that we are living in 2020 and these people are being treated like this. It blows my mind. So I want to use my white privilege, because yes, that's still a thing, and talk about this. So I just did a live stream talking about it, and a lot of people on the live stream had a lot to say too. First, I'm gonna read you something that my friend Dee Dee helped me write. She's really good at like articulating, and she knows my brain so well, so she like can articulate for me. So I'm gonna be reading it as if I wrote it, but we both like, it was her mostly. So okay, so it says, a man was murdered at the hands of the law. Many people have been murdered at the hands of the law, and one thing that 90% of them have in common is being African American. I'm using my white privilege to spread awareness. I don't want to be praised for treating black people that way, the way they should have been treated from the start. You don't applaud a fish for swimming. We all should be fighting for equality and justice. You don't have to be black to be outraged about this. Racism is still raging in our country. It's just often swept under the rug. If you aren't a part of the solution, then you're a part of the problem. We all should be making it heard, speaking these innocent victims' names and getting them the justice they deserve. They aren't just statistics, I stutter when I'm nervous, sorry. They aren't just statistics, they are human beings and deserve to be treated as such. Every day, there's a new article about an innocent black person being brutally murdered by a police officer who are so-called protectors. A phone, a hairbrush, Nerf gun are never reasons for someone to be shot or choked to death. And yes, all of these are reasons black people have been killed by cops, because they were mistaken as guns. We have to be allies and let the black community have their movement without making it about ourselves with the All Lives Matter. When a black person doesn't have to fear their life after reaching for their car registration after being pulled over for speeding, then it'll be different. White people don't have to fear their life for something as simple as that, and black people do. It's the disgusting reality. America prospered and flourished off of slavery. Slavery is over, but racism is still in full effect. America is built on racism. It's our country's foundation. Us as white people are responsible to educate ourselves on true history and learn about the truth and culture. Racism can be unlearned. Show the black community that you are an ally by listening, learning, and speaking out about this problem, because it is still an enormous issue in our society. Black Lives Matter. Thank you for writing that, helping me write that, Dee Dee. I really appreciate that. And there are also a few people on the live stream had some things to say, so I'm going to read that to you as well real quick, and then I'll give you my thoughts, more of my thoughts. So Jess says, There needs to be new police training. Disabled people and minorities get killed all the time for no reason. Jess also said, I have an autistic nonverbal daughter, and many autistic and mentally disabled people have been killed by police. It's awful. I'm scared for my daughter. I'm scared for everyone, honestly. Same. Steph said, hold on. Sorry, I can't edit this, sorry. I'm looking for the comments. Yeah, Paige said, the fact that it's all over the news has got to push them over the edge. You would hope. I hope. That's why we all have to do our part to not forget about this and keep spreading it and keep talking about it so it's not forgotten, so it doesn't keep on happening. And I'll get into that in a minute. Hold on. Steph said, that would kill my mom to watch something like that. Lottie said, it's our job as human beings and citizens of America to stand up for what is right, to defend all minorities and all people. Livy said, this new decade, we have to change the world. Even as a white female living in Britain, I'm still scared in 2020 for what people think because I'm gay. Discrimination is everywhere, still. Jess said, the police can draw blood, but not see that everyone has the same colored blood. Soul Rider said, it's a shame anyone had to go through that violence. What happened to George Floyd was sick and disgusting and deserves jail time. I think it deserves even harsher than that, in my opinion. Soul Rider also said, it's a shame anyone had to go. Oh, I already read that one. Never mind. Hold on. Different one. Hold on. Jess said, justice for George Floyd, of course. Livy said, June isn't just about gay pride, it's about all pride. All lives matter. Sorry, I'm just making sure I got all their comments. That life is about growth. Yes, Lottie. Lottie said, I'm worried about what isn't on the media. So many hidden terrible things. Exactly. Like, what are we not seeing? Meredith gave us a really sad statistic that says in the US, African Americans are 2.5 times more likely to be killed by police than white people. For Black women, the rate is 1.4 times more likely. That's according to a study conducted by Frank Edwards of Rutgers University School of Criminal Justice and Hedwig Lee of Washington University in St. Louis's Department of Sociology. Thank you, Meredith, for finding that. Steph said it's 1,000,000 times more common than anyone realizes. %90 are Black. I'm gonna be honest real quick and say, and like own up that I know, like I can't think of a specific circumstance, but like I am sure, because I know I've thought it in the past. I've thought things like, okay, racism, you know, slavery is over and people are being treated a lot better than they used to, and I'm, you know, tired of feeling, this is me being honest, you're gonna hate me for saying this, but like I'm just being honest. I'm trying to own up because this is me doing my part to change the world. I would think things like, I hate it when, or I just don't appreciate it when Black people make me feel bad because other white people have been racist. That's not my fault, that's other people, you know what I mean? But it's like, we do need to feel bad. Everyone needs to feel bad. Whether you're kind to them or not, everyone needs to be aware of what is going on, and it's not okay what's going on, no matter the fact that slavery isn't a thing anymore, or maybe racism isn't as bad as it used to be, but like, it's still important, and it's a thing, and it's something that we shouldn't just ignore anymore. And so this is me doing my part. This is my opinion coming from a 35-year-old white privileged woman that lives in a beautiful house in suburbia and has everything I need, and I don't need to worry about taking a walk outside and the fear of a cop pulling up next to me and asking me what I'm doing just because of the color of my skin. And I don't have to have, like Dee Dee was saying, I don't have to have fear of reaching into my glove compartment for my registration when I get pulled over and them just automatically assuming that it's a gun and arresting me for no reason. I don't have to worry about people staring at me in public if they're, you know, one black person in a crowd of like 100, like one black person to every 100 white people, which is kind of how it is here in Utah. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about being looked at as different. And so, yes, it's hurt in the past that people categorize me and good people into the category of like white people are horrible to black people, but I don't think that that's true. I think this is coming from people, and it's completely understandable that it's coming from a place of frustration and sadness, and these people have relatives, and these people are still experiencing racism every single day. People are being killed over this, and like Dee Dee, oh, let me show you this. Like I just want to say, that like I'm sorry for everything. I've never been racist, but for ever even thinking like why are people always getting mad at me just because I'm white? Like I get it now, and I'm so sorry that if I was ever ignorant or ever said anything ignorant, I definitely wouldn't mean to, but who knows? I'm sure I have. So she also sent me this, and I'm going to show you the pictures first. So the two top ones are white men. The two bottoms are black, including George there. So the two white ones, it says, Dylan Roof, the first white one, shoots at the black church, killing 9, calmly arrested. Patrick Crucius, the other white guy, kills 23 at a Walmart, predominantly Latinos, calmly arrested. Eric Garner, allegedly selling cigarettes illegally, choked to death by police while he shouted, "I can't breathe," and he's black. And then George Floyd, allegedly wrote a bad check, choked to death after police kneels on his neck while he shouted, "I can't breathe." These are all people that have been murdered for no good reason at all. I'm sure there's way more. Seeing all lives matter in response to the Black Lives Matter movement is so upsetting. Apparently, some people don't fully understand. Here's an analogy that I read and that I believe everyone should. You have a group of 5 kids and one gets stung by a bee. Are you going to give a Band-Aid to all 5 of the children? No, only one was stung by a bee, so you prioritize the one who was hurt, aka you prioritize the Black Lives Matter because they're actively being oppressed. That's all. Exactly. Like, we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to. It's kind of the same with like how infuriating it is, in my opinion. I know a lot of people in my life don't agree, and that's okay. That's fine. But it's kind of annoying when people do like what's it called, like pride parade for being straight, because they're like, well, we need to celebrate that we're straight too. And I'm like, no, you don't, because you don't know what it's like to be discriminated against for being gay, and they do, and that's why they have their parades. And the same thing here, we don't know what it's like to be discriminated like that, so we can't like sit here and say that how things should be done or how people like. It's just gross, the world that we're living in, and that this is happening right now, and it infuriates me because I love all people, I always have, and now I'm just like racking my brain being like, have I ever said anything like that? I'm sure I have at one point, who knows? I've never meant it to be that way, but it's like, look at our world, and that like hit me like, how do I not even remember exactly what happened and what I've said? And that should be a bigger deal than I think maybe what I subconsciously have been making it. And so this is me doing my part as a white privileged woman with somewhat of a platform to spread awareness of what's happening. And I'm so open and willing to learn anything more about this. And please tell me in the comments. And if you have anything else to say in the comments, I just can't imagine that poor man's family. I can't, being able to see their son, dad, uncle, brother, whatever, murdered for supposedly writing a bad check. Like, in my opinion, yeah, those officers were fired, but they should at least be in prison for murder, if not the death penalty. It's disgusting. I'm gonna link below a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna go look for petitions. I know I've seen them floating around, so I'm gonna go look for it and link it below. I'm gonna link the video that I just reacted to below. And if you have anything to add to this conversation, please leave it in the comments. I'll be reading all comments. Obviously keep it kind and respectful. That's what we do around here. But let's leave this conversation open. Let's not forget about this conversation and keep talking about it more often than I ever have. I'm gonna keep talking about it, maybe not every day, maybe not every week, but like, I would like to check in on this issue more often because it's a big deal, and I do have somewhat of a platform that, and this is all I can do. This is my part. So do your part. Spread it around social media, everywhere. Stand up if somebody in your life is talking racistly, or that's not a word, but you know what I mean? Like if anybody is discriminating anybody that you know, speak up about it. I know how hard that is. Trust me, I know how hard that is. But recently I've tried to do that, and it makes me feel better as a person. So be a part of the solution. If you're not, then you're part of the problem. So do something. Get out there and do something, whether you're white, black, blue, purple, I don't care what you are. Get out there and stand up for these people who are being unfairly treated. And if you are, it's the same, like, just know that like everyone in my community is loved, and I know that the whole world is capable of loving like that. Like I really do. And so we're trying to spread that love and encouragement towards each other, and we have the best community in the world, full of people that are struggling with horrific things, eating disorders and mental health and suicide attempts and suicides and deaths and health problems and all these things, and we all come together and support each other, and we don't care if you're black, white, purple, orange, blue, gay, straight, whatever. We don't care what you are. If you have a heart and you can breathe, you are welcome here. And we love you, and we try and see the best in everybody and not just what the world tells us we should be seeing. And so I thank you. Thank you for bringing this to my awareness. Those that brought to my awareness the severity of this situation, thank you. And again, this is me doing my part. You need to do your part. And because yes, Black Lives Matter. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. And remember forever and always that you're beautiful, you are worth it, and I am too. I love you guys.